I've already uploaded yesterday night, so you can go and see chapter 3 and bab 3. Okay, chapter 3 is about environment. The chapter that you have to know about environment, right? That you have to understand about environment, and also how to describe the environment. So environment in Malay we call as persekitaran, right? Because environment is very important for you to understand how does it functions accordingly and so on, right? So by learning this chapter, this is the objective of learning, right? So that you can recognize the daily activities, because sometimes environment plays a very important role, so that you could able to recognize, right, activities of yourself, your friend, right? Those sites you can able to recognize the activities of them. One is number one. And then number two, notice the important place at campus, right? Because everyone, as I know, some of the subjects you are going face to face, right, to the campus. So certain places in the campus you all are not well used to it, or maybe you all don't know the name. So later on, I will show one by one. And also number three, to recognize the verbs, right, and also to recognize the conjunction words in Malay. For this chapter, which you're going to see one by one, right? Before that, right, you have to know these type of words, right, in Malay, right? Number one is rasa, means you are tasting something. Saya rasa makanan itu, you are tasting something, right? Kurangkan means to reduce, either to reduce the calories or either to reduce the sugar in the food. All right, boleh lah means you can try, right? Try of eating certain other foods, right? Cuba means also try. Boleh lah means please, sorry. All right, please. Cuba means try. Memilih means choose, right? You are being in cafe. For example, you're going for a cafe to eat, right? So you have to choose something in the cafe to eat. So that one we call as memilih. And jumlah means total, right? When you are in the counter to pay, right, you have to pay the amount of the money. Or that one is called as total. So now we are going to I would say there is a discussion between friends, right? Zili, Zhangli, and also the taxi driver, right? So the taxi driver in a bus station, right? So I want Zhangli to be Sanjit, right? Pemandu taxi, I want to Turi, right? Please read this conversation. Zhangli is Sanjit, and Pemandu taxi is Turi. Please start to read the conversation.
Sorry, sir. Me alone read the conversation.
Yeah, please read it.
Okay. Ya, Jangli. Selamat pagi, Encik. Boleh saya naik? Parmandu taksi. Ya, sudah tentu. Awak mahu pergi ke mana? Jangli. Saya mahu pergi ke kampus. Parmandu taksi. Sila masuk. Saya akan hantar awak ke kampus. Jangli. Terima kasih. Parmandu taksi. Awak mahu turun di mana? Jangli. Saya mahu turun di fakulti kejuruteraan. Saya ada kelas pada pukul 10 pagi.
What do you understand?
Start the taxi asking where do you want to go? Mana
Mm.
means where, you know, and
And
Pargi
then,
means go.
and then,
Then Jangli, I want to go to my campus. Uh,
oh, okay. Which campus is going?
Lincoln campus, that's of course my campus.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. I want to read.
Yes,
All right. Please read the conversation.
Charlie. Selamat pagi, asik boleh saya naik pemandu taksi? Ya sudah tentu, awak mahu pergi ke mana? Charlie, saya mahu pergi ke kampus. Pemandu taksi, sila masuk, saya akan hantar awak ke kampus. Charlie, terima kasih. Pemandu taksi, awak mahu turun di mana? Jadi saya mahu turun di bakal di kejuruteraan. Saya ada kelas pada pukul 10 pagi.
All right. Thank you. To read. All right. This is all about the conversation between a taxi driver with a student. All right. The taxi driver wants to fetch the student, right, in a bus station, right? So, and then he fetched, and then the taxi driver is asking to the student, you are going where and which university, which faculty that you are going to. And then the student Zhangli answered, I had a class at 10 o'clock morning. I'm going to Faculty of Engineering, right? So this is communication environment, right? Because you're heading to where? You're heading to faculty. So it called as environment, right? I've already given certain exercises in these what do you call in these lecture notes. You can see here, right? Cari padankan kata dalam bahasa Inggeris untuk kata kerja berikut. You have to find the translation verbs, right? Translation verbs in English, right? And then you have to do it in translate in English, right? But this one is class activity, right? Which I have been already said, contribution of the marks is 10 marks. But this one, I'm not going to do in the class for today, right? What you have to do, right? What you have to do is, right? You all must do it this as a homework, right? So once you have to take it out, right? A paper, right? Listen to the instructions carefully, yeah? Take it out a paper, write your full name, write your student ID, which faculty are you from, and then please write it down all these words and then translate in English. And then you have to snap and put it in WhatsApp group because I will see who is the one doing work. The one who does the work only I will able to give the mark as a class activity mark, right? So this is an individual activity that you have to do start today, right? Please don't copy paste your friend's work or you take your friend's picture and then you put it as your own picture, right? I know all these strategies that students will do, right? That's why I say you have to either you don't want to write it down, you want to do in PowerPoint also can. I have no any problem. You just copy this. Above this, you just put it a name, your student ID, and then once you are done, you just snap and send in the WhatsApp group. There is a two things that you do here. One is this and one is this, right? So please make sure start to do this after the lecture class today, right? So that you totally understand the usage of the words, right? This is not wanted to give you a big task or anything. No, I wanted to cross check. Are you seriously understanding my lecture in the class, right? Because I'm very concerned about the understanding, right? So I just wanted to check the understanding level and skills of you guys. guys. All right. So if you open the slides later of the lecture, it's already in the Google Drive, chapter 3. All right. You can open to slide number 5 and slide number 6. All right. This is your class activity today. Right. So when you're talking about environment involves time, right? Environment involves of time. From which time to which time, where are you heading to? So when you're talking about that, right? So now it's all about the time management or time. We're talking about time, right? Tengah hari means afternoon, right? Pagi means morning. For those who are the new one who don't know, please make sure that you recognize the words, right? Tengah hari means afternoon, pagi means morning, petang means evening, right? Petang means evening, and this one is the, just now you read Zangli, the students' daily routine or daily activity according to the time, right? If you see 1 o'clock afternoon, he used to eat tengah hari. Makan tengah hari means he used to eat lunch, right? Which every of us will do, right? On the afternoon. And 2:30 evening, right? 2:30 evening, you can see cari bahan di perpustakaan. 2:30 evening, he went to library to do some finding of materials. Right? That one we call as mencari-cari bahan di perpustakaan. Right? And then 4 o'clock, mengeluarkan wang di bank, keluar wang di bank. He went to the bank. 4 o'clock, he wants to take it out, the money from the bank. 4:30 is minum petang, right? Minum petang means he drinking the tea at 4:30 p.m. 6 o'clock is pulang ke rumah. 6 o'clock on the evening, he starts to go back to the house already. And 6:30 in the evening, he start to bathe. Okay, he started to bathe and then prepare for dinner. Okay, this, I'm pretty sure every one of you have a daily routine of the timetable that you have to follow. All right, this also plays an important role, right, of how does Zhang the student named Zhang manage the time in the in his daily lifestyle, right? So we're talking about environment. As I told you, certain campus places that you have to know. Okay, number 1 is library. Library we call as perpustakaan. This one, if you didn't able to go to Lincoln's library, please go, right, and then see how's the environment. If you can't able to go Lincoln Library, please go to National Library, the biggest library in Malaysia, right? Go and visit. There's a lot of library, even those who are staying in Shah Alam. Even Shah Alam here nearby to my house, we do have Shah Alam National Library also. All the states, they have their own libraries, right? So try to use this time, the free time of you, bring all your laptops and everything, do the assignments in the library. Okay, use the peace environment to do things. All right, this is the main important thing in a campus, which is library, right? Second is cafeteria, where they sells the food, right? A cafeteria, but Lincoln's, the food you have to go to the shops here, yeah? Right inside the cafe. The food, I think in the cafe is very less. You have to go out and find the food, right? But rather than going out is a lot, because the shops are very near, right? Then you can able to get the food. All right, this one is called as cafeteria, where you are able to find the food. Perhentian bus waiting area. This one, those who are taking bus and going back house or coming to the campus, to the class or anything. Rather than bus, you're taking LRT. Some of you, I do believe you're taking LRT to go and come back to the campus and so on. So it called as gambar perhentian bus, right? Bus waiting area. Until here, everyone clear?
Yes, clear.
Yes, sir.
All right, next is campus clinic. All right. When you are in the campus, the main thing is if you fall in sick, this one is a common matter. Even we lecturers also do fall in sick here, right? Because of the human lifestyles, right? So this one we call as pusat kesihatan. Pusat kesihatan means it's inside the university. You have the clinics to go and check, right? The one we call as pusat kesihatan. And the most important part that you have to find in a university of lecturing hall. This is how the lecturing hall it is, right? Lincoln, they are doing it now, right? Because before this we do have, but it was very small. Okay, they are doing renovation to bring it up big like this, so that amount of you guys, like about 90 plus students in a group, you can come and sit together in a big lecture hall, right? This one is called as a lecture hall. It's like a theater, but yeah, it's very interesting, and it's a campus life, right? This is how we call as campus life activity, right? Now, after the environment, you know about the environment, learning outcome, you have to know certain nouns, certain conjunction words, and so on. So the first thing first is join nouns, right? Why must you use join nouns in Malay? So that you can join the sentences together, right? Without join nouns, sir, can I do the sentences? Cannot, right? In Malay, you have to use these join nouns. It's compulsory. You have to remember the compulsory nouns that you have to use when you are doing a sentences, right? So number one is from. Usually from we call it as dari. Where are you from? Awak dari mana? Where are you from? From place, coming from place, and what time you move from the place. All right, usually dari we use to point for the place, right? Daripada, from who? Daripada usually we use for people to do the comparisons, perbandingan. Perbandingan means the comparison. To which place? Comes to which place, right? To which place you are heading to? Awak nak ke mana? Where are you going? To which place are you going? Rumah awak terletak di mana? Your house place at where? Place, right? This one is to which place. Specifically, you are telling to which place, right? Kepada is for people. You are giving for. Sila berikan buku ini kepada Sanjay. Please give this book to Sanjay, because you're using conversations of kepada means to a people. Pada means time. This one you cannot run away. Only you can use for time. Pada hari apa? What day and what time? Only specifically we are able to use pada for named for the time, right? Untuk masa saja, right? And D is where, right? Campus Lincoln terletak di mana? Where is the Lincoln campus located at? So this one you have to, I will teach technique to make you more familiar, to make you more understand. You have to print it out this and then try to write your own sentences, right? Learn to write your own sentences and try to use these words and see, to check and see whether you understand or not, right? This is a very basic things that you have to use, join nouns that you have to use in Malay language. Without this, you can't able to do a proper sentences. You have to remember that, right? That one is a joint sentences. Next is staying place. We are still in the context of environment, right? Just now we already see the context of campus, right? It called as environment also. Now we are moving into this staying place, tempat tinggal saya, right? So staying place, you can see I already put in the name and the translations for the name, right? Number one is Pangsapuri, apartment. In Malay, apartment we call not call as apartment, we call as Pangsapuri, right? Terrace is a terrace samidi house where got staircase inside the house. That one we call as terrace house. Di sana means there. Where is your house? My house is over there. Rumah saya terletak letak di sana, seberang sana, di jalan sana. It's nearby to the roads. It's over there, near to the road. Satu tingkat means single story. Single story means terrace house. You don't have staircase inside the house. It's only one same row. You will see the room, you will see the washroom, but it's a single story room, right? Bungalow means it's a bungalow. It's a very multi-millionaire bungalow. I think you all have been seen that also, right? It's a very big and multi-millionaire people who used to stay in a bungalow, right? And when talking about a house, there's a situation where you will buy and where you will rent. Okay. For buying is we call as untuk dibeli. For renting is untuk disewa. Okay, you have to understand this. For buying is for untuk dibeli. For rental is untuk disewa. Okay, usually house they have the policies either to buy or to rental it out, right? All right, so this one also a conversation about a house. All right, I want please volunteer a boy and a girl in the class. All right, I'm not going to pick the name. It's already week 6, and I know that everyone has already get together, knows each other very well in the class, where I can see the conversation in the group, helping each other is a very good. So I don't want to call the name. All right, please volunteer a boy and a girl in the class. Maria is a girl, Zhangli is a boy. Please volunteer yourself before I call the name, yeah. Participation, yeah, is important in the class. So please, a boy and a girl, please participate in the class, volunteer.
Okay, I'm Yang Li, okay? So who is Maria?
All right, good. Sanjit.
Anyone?
Maria. Okay, Maria.
Okay. Okay, let's start.
Hai Zangli, apa kabar?
Hai Maria, kabar baik. Jemput masuk.
Terima kasih, cantik rumah awak.
Nah, terima kasih.
Di mana awak beli semua perabot ini?
Ya, saya beli perabot ini di Serdang.
Apakah perabot yang awak beli?
Yes.
Saya beli sofa, meja makan, almari, dan katil.
Bagaimana harga perabot di sana?
Harganya agak murah.
Kalau binti saya juga malu beli perabot di sana.
Right. Thank you, Sanjit, and another girl, yeah, volunteering the self of reading. Right. My class, as I told you, you have to be active, right? And you have to interact, yeah. Right. This is important in my class. You cannot be passive, right? So once I detected you are passive, I will start to call your name, right? So please don't be passive. It's just wanted to help you out, all right? So this is a conversation, all right, between Maria and Zhang Li. So what they have talked, what they discussed, right? They discussed about the things that he buys for his house, right? So Maria went to see Zhang Li in his new house, right? So what he buys, a perabot means furniture, right? So when you're going to a new house, furniture plays a very important role. Perabot memainkan peranan lah. Furniture plays a very important role. So what furniture that Zhang Li buy? You can see sofa, meja makan, almari, dan katil. He buys a set of sofa to put in a hall living area, a set of meja makan to sit down and eat, right? In dining area. Almari means cupboard, katil means the place where you will sleep, right? So queen bed or king size bed or queen bed, right? So this is the 4 major part that you really need, that you really need in the house, right? When you go, that is the basic part in a room, right? This is a conversation about a house, but the most important part in a house is this, right? Bookshelf we call in Malay rak buku, right? Rak buku is very important. Even though you as a student, you also have the what do you call? You have the bookshelf. Same goes to what do you call that? Same goes to a house, right? When you the person who reads a lot of books, the bookshelf must be big. You really need the bookshelf, right? The important part, fridge, peti sejuk. This one in Malay we call as peti sejuk. Why we need this? To frozen some foods. To cook some food, you have to frozen. To frozen that, you need a fridge. It's a very basic logic thing. Yeah? And then sofa. Okay, to tell in Malay, call as sofa. Okay, see, so important when people come to your house, they are not able to sit down. They need to have sofa to sit. Right? It's a very simple, common thing. Right? And then number 4 is almari, cupboard to keep all your clothes. Another important part is a lampu, lamp. Before you go to the new house, you have to make sure the electricity is on the track. You have to fix the fan. You have to fix these lampu. We call as lampu. But these basic things, the 4 basic things, the most common basic things that you have to use for the preparation for you to go into a new house. All right. And then, yeah, my lecture for this chapter, very simple chapter, is done. Right? Any questions?